So, today I'm going to talk about, something pretty interesting, pretty spectacular. And it is an idea that if, you know, caught wind, it would go viral and it would illuminate the whole entire world, which is what needs to happen. And that idea is that the Jedi are actually the Illuminati. The Jedi are the enlightened seekers of truth and guardians of knowledge. Like, that's actually who the Illuminati are, and they are an ancient secret society, just like the Jedi, that have endured for millennia, and because they actually date back to 561 BCE. So the Jedi are actually real, and the whole saga of Star Wars, the whole mythos of Star Wars, is real too, and that is why I've gone to the length to write a book that I'm working on right now that explains all that, because Star Wars is the modern Gnostic tale. Everything Gnostic is included in Star Wars, and that's why when I watched it, I always had such I always loved Star Wars, and I always wanted to be a Jedi, not even knowing that I actually was one. And it was actually in my DNA. And the Grail, which is the Force, that is what the Grail is the Force, is a frequency that you attune to. And it's something that you can't control, or like people try to do, but you can attune to it. And that's the how the Jedi connect with the Force. So myths are public dreams. Dreams are private myths. The myth that wasn't fiction. When Star Wars premiered in 1977 and ignited something deep within the human psyche, it was more than a blockbuster. It was a modern gospel. People didn't just watch it, they felt it. It stirred ancient emotions, whispered long-forgotten knowledge, and awakened something primal. That something was Gnosis, hidden knowledge encoded in myth, awaiting those who could see through the veil. George Lucas himself studied under Joseph Campbell, the mythologist who mapped the structure of all great heroic tales. Campbell spoke of the monomyth, a universal journey of the soul across all cultures and eras. But Lucas did more than replicate the structure. He channeled something, an archetypal battle between the light and the dark, the very battle that has always been being raged beneath the surface of history. Star Wars is myth, but it's also prophecy, a coded transmission, a psychic warning, a spiritual initiation. And it is, though, because the whole story about Star Wars, the Empire, and and the Rebel Alliance and the Jedi is all real. It's all really going on. And the Empire is the old world order. The Sith, the elite dynastic families, they represent the Sith. All the top heads of all the media, economic, political, religious facets of society are the Sith. And they control people. And they control the masses, and the masses are what are known as the Ignavi. They're the people in the middle that are just being controlled and enslaved and are good with it. They're gonna go along with the system that enslaves them, and they're okay with that. But the Jedi, who are the actual Illuminati, the enlightened ones, are the ones that know the truth and are enlightened to the enslavement and the control, and are connected actually to the Force, which is actually the monad and ontological mathematics. And the dialectic as well. It's known as the dialectic. So the the Illuminati is as well as the Matrix. All the tales that tell the hero's journey are all Illuminati monomyths, but they're actually real. So once you become enlightened to gnosis, you start seeing the hero's journey. You start actually seeing how that's actually the story that's playing out in reality too. And then you choose to take the blue or red pill, and then you either choose to be on the rebellion, or for the rebellion, or for the empire. So the hero's journey, as Campbell outlined it, is not just the arc of Luke Skywalker or Anakin before him. It is the story of the monad, the singular divine soul trapped in the matrix of illusion, seeking its return to the light. The monad is you. Every viewer who connects with Star Wars is tapping into their inner Jedi, their buried memory of gnosis, of their true self. The call to adventure, Obi-Wan's "Come with me to Alderaan," is the moment of awakening. The whisper from the unconscious telling you, there is more to life than the lie you've been told. The refusal of the call, the death of the mentor, the trials in the belly of the beast. These are metaphors for the psychic and spiritual tests that all initiates must endure. To watch Star Wars with open eyes is to undergo an initiation. So, life is an initiation, and everybody is on, every monad, every soul is on their own personal hero's journey to awakening. Which is why they call it the Force Awakens, because actually what is true is, like what I learned, is the lightsaber is actually the mind. The mind is the lightsaber. Yeah. And I'm getting directly flown over right now. And so yeah, that's them. That's them. They could come uncloaked, and it would be a black triangle. That's anti-gravity. And the people that got out would look like they were from the future. And then you'd see like super soldiers, and literally you would know that the Empire was real. So in the Matrix, or in Star Wars, Obi-Wan's "Come to meet with Alderaan" is the blue pill, red pill, the call to adventure. That was Luke, leaving his world of common day. He's doing the swamp rats with his T-16, and just living a farm life and stuff, which is what you will find as you're awakening. Your world of common day, every day is the same, but then you join the fight. You join the rebellion against the old world order, the Demiurge, and the Matrix, the system of control that keeps souls enslaved. And that's why, like, the name of the Illuminati has been reversed, and all the misinformation and disinformation has been put out against them, because they don't want people finding out that the Jedi are actually real, and they're actually an ancient secret society that exists, that are guardians of knowledge and light, and are actually the protectors of the Grail, and can change, and have been in fighting the Empire and the Old World Order throughout millennia. So, archetypes of the esoteric tradition. Star Wars presents a tapestry of esoteric archetypes. The Jedi, the spiritual warrior philosopher upholding the light, practicing detachment, inner peace, and mastery of mind over matter. This is the archetype of the Pythagorean Illuminatus, the Logos Knight. So that is saying that the Jedi are the Illuminati, the Pythagorean Illuminati, the Logos Knight, the Knight of the Mind, the warrior philosopher, upholding the light, practicing detachment, inner peace, and mastery of mind over matter. This is exactly what the Knights Templar were doing too, who were Gnostics, and there are other secret societies, Rosicrucians, and all the Freemasons, and all of them actually, until they got corrupted and hunted down in the Inquisition. And it's funny because even now, the new Star Wars has come out with the Inquisition that's actually tasked to hunt out Jedi Knights that are risk to the Empire. And they're so it's like the truth is being shown right in front of our eyes. But it's like that's what they do, is they put the truth in movies, so you think it's just a movie, but it's actually the truth. So it's definitely time for people to wake up, the Force awaken, and then decide like whether they want to be one of the Sith, the dark side, you know what I'm saying, which is like passion, anger, hatred, fear, envy, jealousy, doubt, like just all those emotions. Or they can be the Jedi, which is like light, like love, emotion, like truth, knowledge, peace, balance, all that is what the light is about. Or you could be in the middle, which is one of the Ignavi, who don't care whether they're either the dark or the light. So, but that actually is like yeah. So, the Force, the impersonal divine essence, the monadic field of energy and intelligence, known in ancient philosophy as the Logos, or in Hermeticism as the Nous. So this is revealing that the Force is the impersonal divine essence and the monadic field of energy and intelligence, known in ancient philosophy as the Logos. So this is what the Illuminati refer to the Force as, is the Logos. And it is definitely something that the Empire is definite in, and the Old World Order is completely disconnected from. But there are Force sensates. There are people that are have more ability of being connected to the divine essence, and they actually, that's why they said that in Star Wars, is that's midi-chlorians and Jedi, and the gene that makes people more connected to the Force is actually a real thing, and actually it is the Grail lineage in DNA, which is actually a frequency. So those people of the Grail lineage are connected to the divine frequency, which is the Force. So the Empire, the totalitarian machine, the mechanized control grid, the false order. It is Rome. It is Babylon. It is America under the rule of oligarchs. So, the old world order has existed since the beginning and ruled in Rome, ruled in Babylon, still rule in America because the rich oligarchs, billionaire, they are the the old world order, and they have always ruled in perpetuity, and we are living in the time now where we are going to awaken from that, and the old world order will fall, just like Rome fell, just like Babylon fell, just like America is falling right now. We're going to live to see the fall of the empire. And it's funny because even in the new Star Wars, Finn, he is a stormtrooper, and then he notices what he's doing, and then he stops, and then he becomes a Jedi, and that's exactly what happened to me, because I became a stormtrooper because I became a Marine, and I was definitely utilized to just go take over a country, because I went to Iraq, and the whole thing was based on a lie, and the military was used to expand its power and influence. And then I got out, and I had my awakening, and then I actually became a Jedi, or actually remembered being a Jedi, because started studying, doing martial arts, Kundalini awakenings, meditating, and practicing being a Jedi for years. And definitely one of the main facets of being a Jedi is that you are fighting the old world order. You are fighting the Empire. You are against the government, which is democracy, which has been definitely corrupted, and both sides, Republican, Democrat, are both serving the same master and stuff, and but it's just an illusion to keep people thinking that we have some kind of control or power. But the Force is awakening people, consciousness is awakening, and people are going to wake up to that lie, just as well as the religious control too. People are going to wake up to that lie, that the institutions have been using ancient holy books and religions to keep people under control, so certain traditions can help hold together old paradigms that are enslaving people. And so once the Abrahamic God is revealed to be the devil and actually non-existent, that is gonna and that is gonna happen when as disclosure happens, as the veil falls down, the illusion of the demiurge, the illusion of the God that controls this world, underneath the Abrahamic religions, and also the Eastern and religions as well, even though the Eastern religions are closer to the truth, is going to be revealed. So the rebellion, the Gnostic underground, the resistance of awakened souls against the Matrix. Every true philosopher, magician, revolutionary, and free-thinking thinker belongs here. So in the rebellion, these are all the people who are like, okay, there's something fucked up here, and we need to figure out what that is, and then once we figure out what that is, we need to change it. And you know, whether we do have to fight to change it, because the people that have constructed this are not going to give up without a fight. So that's what we're seeing right now is the fight. But we must identify the proper enemy, and that is the religious institutions, the political institutions, monarchy, and the economic institutions. So those are all the institutions that all of the focus needs to be on to bringing down the old world order. So why don't the masses see it? People miss the deeper meaning of Star Wars because they've been trained to. The empire of our world, the OWO, Old World Order, trains people to see only surface, spectacle, and consumerism. Even the Jedi are sold as toys, their message buried under merchandise. But for those who feel the Force stirring, the myth breaks the spell. Like Neo seeing the Matrix glitch, Star Wars can open the door to real gnosis. It is the outer form of a deeper truth, a beacon disguised as fiction. So, you know, actually that's the thing, is Star Wars could be the awakening. It should be the awakening. It should actually be the awakening of humanity. And that actually, because what the Illuminati are trying to find right now is a mythos that is able to awaken humanity to what's going on, you know, and actually I've created my own because I'm living it, and so have all the Illuminati because they have lived it too. They are masters, like Jedi masters, and you know, they are communicating with the people of this world to try to get them to awaken to the truth that there's a empire that is, you know, an organization that is, you know, controlling different facets of you know, media, politics, economics, you know, education, all of that. The Armageddon conspiracy is real. It is true, and that's actually what needs to be talked about in the media and everybody, is the Armageddon conspiracy. So, you know, people are trained to see surface, spectacle, and consumerism. So people watch movies and they only see the surface of it, you know, spectacle, consumerism. Oh, you know, consumerism being like, ha, actually, fuck. Oh man, Comic-Con could be a target for awakening. Anyways, because the surface, spectacle, consumerism, but Comic-Con's all soft disclosure. Oh shit, I need to work on a mission. Anyways, so yeah, basically, those who feel the Force stirring, the myth breaks the spell. Like Neo seeing the glitch in the Matrix, Star Wars can open the door to Gnosis. So, and so can the whole video games, movies, everything. Movies and video games can open you to Gnosis. So the esoteric lineage of Star Wars. The Jedi are not a creation of Lucas. They are an echo. The Guardians of the Light have existed in every age. In ancient Egypt, they were the priest scientists of Thoth. So okay, here we go. Mentioning the lineage, because when I personally awoken, that was the first thing I came across is, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean, and when I read them, I was like, oh my God, I'm like, this is the truth. This is ringing true to me, and I can't deny it. It's in my soul. And you'll find things on the internet that, oh, the Emerald Tablets are a lie or whatever, or forgery. But actually, that's not true, because you can go through every tablet and figure out that that was Thoth talking about him being in Atlantis, what happened in Atlantis, him being part of the temples, him getting in the spaceship, raising it up, going on the wings of the sun of the morning, going to Egypt, landing there, bringing the teachings to Egypt, raising Egypt up, and you can see in Egypt the signs of Atlantis. So the proof's right there. So I don't have to talk about the whether the Emerald Tablets of Thoth are real or not. Thoth, whoever, it doesn't matter. He's part of the Egyptian pantheon. He is definitely with me. He is the god of magic, moon, writing, and when I woke up and read the Emerald Tablets, obviously there is like some work being done with me, and he is a Jedi master. So definitely, the lineage is in Thoth's lineage, the lineage of the Jedi. So that continued on to Greece. In Greece, they were the Pythagoreans and Platonists. So it went into Pythagoreans and into the Illuminati. And in Persia, the Magi. In India, the Brahmin seers. In Judea, the Essenes and Gnostics. In the modern world, they are the Pythagorean Illuminati. Lucas tapped into a myth that transcends time. The eternal story of soul versus system, of the monad versus the matrix, of the Jedi versus the Sith. So, conclusion. The lightsaber is the mind. The lightsaber, iconic as it is not just a weapon. It is a metaphor for the mind wielded by will. It is the logos turned into power. The red saber of the Sith is mind turned toward desire and domination. The blue and green sabers of the Jedi are minds of those who serve reason and balance. The real war for the galaxy is here, now. The Force is real, but it's not supernatural. It's the rational field of mind energy that connects all things, and it calls to every soul ready to awaken. You were born in the galaxy of illusion, but you can become a Jedi of the Illuminati. The story isn't over. This is your call to adventure. So, this is the call to adventure on anyone that's, seeing this video, because, all people that are searching for the truth, will definitely come to find my work, which is the Illuminati's work, who are the Jedi, who do explain the guardians of truth, the guardians of the Grail, the giving the picture of reality and what's actually happening, and not the illusion which is being given to you on media, on social media, on all the different facets of sources of knowledge. That's actually known as social consciousness. And social consciousness is not cosmic consciousness, and it is an illusion. So you have to be able to get beyond social consciousness, which comes through meditation and knowledge gathering and dream cartography, writing down your dreams, synchronicity mapping, mapping out synchronicities in your life. All of these are practice of the Jedi, of the real Jedi. So So, the next, I, I have unlimited content. I can talk about anything because I've got I got access to the knowledge. I definitely am sitting on the grail seat and able to withstand it because the next thing I'm going to talk about are the Jedi being the Illuminati, and how that is of utmost importance because you know there is I'm here to liberate people. I'm here to liberate myself, through knowledge. So it is just one breath at a time, and just staying continually connected to the force, because how you do that is you just sit by yourself and you just breathe, and you look, like with your eye, you just look into the darkness and breathe, and you go deeper and you go deeper, and that's how you connect with the ancient, like, force and mind and logos. And then you start you start hearing yourself talk, and it's your higher self, and it's coming through clear, but you got to get through all the static, all, like, of your conscious mind. And that's why, as you make the unconscious more conscious, that is making the force more enacted in the world. Because it's like, what are you going to use the force for? And something that I'm going to use it for balance and harmony. Because that is where peace is. That is where peace lies. In understanding. And there's a, in one of the Star Wars show, there was, like, it was funny because Yoda was in a battle with these clone troopers, and there's all this battle going on, and the clone troopers are trying to move, and they need to move, but Yoda just sits still in the middle of battle, and just while there's battle going on around him, and then he is able to see clearly, and then he just, like, darts to the tank that's shooting, and then he just takes it out. And I'm like, that is actually the power of the mind, the real power of the mind, and the real power of focus, which I learned focus through my mentor, Ramtha, who is also an Illuminati Jedi Master. And I will say, I am not a master yet. I am a knight, but even my teacher calls me a master. So I guess I am one. All right. That's it for today. Until next time.